Right guys, this video is about what parts you'll need to build this rig. Obviously I did the video before which was like a build video. I kind of explained a few bits there but not an extensive list of exactly what parts I've used. This will be a quick video just outlining exactly what bits of aluminium profile I've used so you can build it pretty easily yourself. Right, so first of all we've got the two long beams. So one that side, one that side. So they are 120 by 40 aluminium profile. A lot of people use 20, but I've used 40. Just a bit thicker, a bit more sturdy. Okay, so two of them, and they're 1.4 meters, 1,400 millimeters long. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of space at the back. I'm 6 foot, bear in mind as well, and the space this side as well. So you probably don't even need 1.4. You can get away with 1.2, I'd say, really comfortably. I went with 1.4 to be safe, and just to give it a bit more adjustment. And I was thinking maybe putting the computer back there or something like that, but we'll see what happens with it. But just to give a bit more flexibility, I've got the space, so I thought I might as well use it. Right, next one I've used 120 by 40s, and there's 9 of them. So I tried to keep it fairly standard, and that is a standard size, so that makes it cheaper. So there's one there. So these are the cross beams. So we've got 1, 2 for the next cross beam, 3, 4. And this one is the same. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they are all the same size, which is pretty handy really. Now, if you like having your steering wheel quite high, like a real GT position, you might want to get taller uprights. So you might want to go 620, but then you'd have to get them cut specifically yourself, whereas 600 is a standard size that Modis, which is a company that I use and I would recommend, that is the size that they have pre-cut, so it works out much cheaper that way. So that's why I've used basically 9 of them. Okay, you can see the seat is already quite low. Couldn't really get it much lower. So, and there is I've still got a bit to play with on there. Obviously, mounting the wheel, it's then looking pretty much dead level with the bezel. I'll explain what I've done over here as well while I'm here. So, we didn't see it last time, but this, I didn't have this on originally. And this was dead level when I had the G29, but since mounting this I've had to move this down a bit, and then I've actually mounted this on the back pretty crudely, but it's pretty secure, just to raise the monitor up because I couldn't see the bottom bit, and it seems like all games have important stuff down there, so I had to raise the monitor up. But it's quite a nice seating position now, and my eyes are dead level with the monitor, so that works out really well. Right, what else do we need? So there's also, so the seat mounts. So I've done this strangely, maybe. If you can, this is a base mounted seat rather than a side mounted one. So in theory, I shouldn't be able to use these brackets. But I've inverted them, and then I've put them onto these bits of aluminium profiles. These are 80 by 40 and they're 400mm long. So if you've got a base mounted seat and you want to do it like that, you can do it like that. Or if you've got a side mounted seat, you can obviously just mount it into the rails using the T-nuts. Or you can mount it straight to the base, which would hopefully lower the seat a bit more if that's what you wanted to do. So that's an option. Okay, so we've got our 120 by 40 here, and for the monitor mount this is 160 by 40, so these are pretty chunky. Again, 400mm long, but it just adds quite a bit to the deck size, because what you can do with the monitor is you can obviously run a bit of aluminium profile up and then along and then mount it straight there by like a Visa mount, but for the minute I've just sat it on top, so I needed quite a wide deck. And it kind of makes it easier that way, rather than having to go up and across, and I just found that was probably the easiest solution. It adds quite a lot of strength to it as well. So they're 160 by 40. I'll put the whole list in the description. So these plates here, which basically bond all together, you've got these little connectors anyway, which would probably be strong enough, but I've gone overkill with this plate. So that plate is a T-connector plate, 200 by 160 by 5. So it's 5mm thick. It's pretty thick, to be honest. So all these different connectors, I got 30 of them. I've got 100 the T-nuts that slide in, and 100 screws. That was just about enough, to be honest. So, because obviously where you mounted the pedals, there's screws there, and there's screws in there, and there's T-nuts everywhere, and you know what I mean. So, and actually, I've only been able to put one bracket on that side because I've run out of brackets. So, and originally the seat had 2 brackets mounting it. It's now only got 1. Again, it's super solid. It's not going anywhere. So that is basically everything you'll need, and that I didn't want to put a price on it because obviously prices change and currencies and all that sort of stuff. But it's cheap, you know what I mean? It'll be a few £100, you know, which if you bought it from a proper sim rig company would be tons of money. So yeah, I should save you some money. The only other thing I'd recommend is getting a few bits of 40/40. So you see how I mounted that on there with just a bit of 40/40. I've also got my headphones on a little bit of 40/40. Yeah, I haven't got a cap. That's the only thing you need. You need the caps as well. So I won't put in exactly what I've used because I haven't actually got the right ones for them all. I've got like a big one down there, which should be a shorter one, and so I didn't quite nail that one. But you see, like this is quite handy not having it on that side because it's all the cables can run through the profile, which looks quite good. Obviously, I could do with one on that side really, but never mind. So yeah, like I say, get a few bits of 40/40 just for various different mounting options. It's quite handy. Yeah, and you can get, yeah, if you can buy the odd bits of spare, then I'd recommend doing that. So as I say, I'll put all the items descriptions in the descriptions below, and a link to the Modis website so you can price it up for yourselves. So hopefully that will give you a good idea of what you need to build this rig.